We will now take up the agenda item 5F and the proposed draft resolution contained in Euro/RC68/conference document/5 revised 2. Action plan to improve public health preparedness and response in the WHO European region. I am giving the floor to Russian Federation, who will report on the outcome of the discussion held between interested member states. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, President. Based on the result of the consultations, as the proposed changes in the relevant resolution, they were worked out with some amendments. The first one is in the operative part, paragraph number 1. Now they will read as follows.
With appreciation, the action plan to improve public health preparedness and response in the WHO European region.
Paragraph 3a has been replaced fully, and now it will read as follows.
Provide, upon request of a member state, and being mindful of national as well as of regional economic integration organization legislation, instruments, and measures in this regard, the technical support for the implementation of the regional action plan, including monitoring and assessment according to IHR and, when specified by a member state, measures to build, maintain, and strengthen core capacity under IHR. Одну ремарку.
Now I'd like to make one comment. In this text, which has been submitted to all of the member states, one needs to make one comment on this, not of a member state, but of a member state in the singular. One member state, that is, in the singular. Now another comment, another amendment refers to 3b, which has been completely changed. It will now read as follows.
4. Engage and mobilize resources for the implementation of the regional action plan, including working with and through partnerships with relevant stakeholders, civil society, and community organizations, in line with FENSA. Спасибо.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Are there any delegation who want to take the floor? Thank you. I would like to give floor to Nedret for some clarifications.
Just a reminder on the process, so every member state is clear, Mr. President, on what happened is the reason why I took the floor. So upon request from some of the member states, as you would remember, there was an informal working group yesterday who was working on some informal discussions on the amendments and revisions to the resolution first version, which is Rev 1. And by the end of the day, we brought it to your attention and there was no consensus. So the request was for the Secretariat to submit a document with the revisions which capture the incomplete discussions from yesterday, which you had it as Rev 2 among your documents today in the morning. So what has been read out by the Russian Federation delegation is only the changes reflecting in that Rev 2. So those are the ones that has not been outstanding and now being agreed. So that is what we will, as the Secretariat now, clarify what the final version of the revised resolution is going to be. I hope it clarifies the process as a principle of transparency so all member states are aware.
Thank you. I need sometimes the advices from different experts, and legal advise me now to ask, and I'd like to ask the rapporteur to read out the resolution as amended, started from number 1.
Thank you. I will start from the operative paragraph number 1, the final version. Welcomes with appreciation the action plan to improve public health preparedness and response in the European region. 2. Urges Member States, A, to mobilize and sustain political and financial commitments to the development and strengthening of core capacities under the IHR 2005. B, to strengthen or maintain the capacities, including those in the national IHR focal points, including those of the national IHR focal points, to fulfill obligations and requirements under the regulations to detect, assess, notify and report, and to respond to public health risks and events with the potential for international spread of in alignment with their obligations under regional economic integration organization frameworks. C, to commit to and take proactive multisectoral action in the implementation of the regional action plan, recognizing the importance of a multisectoral approach in improving preparedness for and response to emergencies. D, to identify and strengthen synergies between the health systems and essential public health functions and IHR 2005 implementation. E, to undertake systematic and repeated assessments of national capacities in order to monitor progress, identify gaps, and prioritize actions according to IHR. 3, requests the regional director, A, to provide upon request of a member state and being mindful of national as well as of regional economic integration organization, legislation, instruments and measures in this regard, the technical support for the implementation of the regional action plan, including monitoring and assessment according to IHR, and when specified by a member state, measures to build, maintain and strengthen core capacities under IHR 2005. B, to advocate for, engage and mobilize resources for the implementation of the regional action plan, including working with and through partnerships with relevant stakeholders, civil society and community organizations in line with FENSA. May I ask the legal, the numbering in this version is wrong. I will check from the other one. Okay.
Yes, we need to go with C.
Yeah, I will change. Sorry for that confusion. C, to strengthen and maintain the functions and capacities of the Secretariat for event management as outlined in the Regional Action Plan. D, to facilitate the exchange of experience and best practices among states parties, including the sharing of lessons learned in the implementation and application of the IHR 2005. E, to monitor and evaluate regional progress annually to enable rapid monitoring of progress towards the establishment of the IHR 2005 core capacities in the region. F, to report on progress on the implementation of the Regional Action Plan at the 71st session of the Regional Committee in 2021. End.
Thank you, Oti. The delegate of Ukraine.
Thank you,
have the
Mr.
floor.
Chair. Ukraine welcome the significant progress on developing well-designed technical document. Coordination, partnership, and mutual trust are the core values of Ukrainian society and must be promoted in every document approved on behalf of Ukraine. We believe that compliance with the IHR requirement is obligation and should be monitored, evaluated, and maintained appropriately. We would like to underline that Chapter 16 of the WHO Constitution defines already the rules and principle of relationship with stakeholders, and Article 71 entrusts government the right to concern the work with any of organization. Thus, we commend the consensus reached, believe that 68th session of the Regional Committee will make a well-argued decision, and in the spirit of consensus, call on all member states to support the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you. Having heard the amendments to the draft resolution, is the committee willing to adopt the resolution as amended? I see no objections. The resolution is therefore adopted.